Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ainin Ilyana binti Rasnul Adid. For this presentation, I'm going to introduce a little bit about knowledge management. So, since the end of the 20th century to date, the main sources of wealth creation is knowledge. In organizational settings, it has been considered that the main source of competitive advantage lies in what an organization knows, in how use its knowledge, and its ability to learn new things. On the basis of this conception of knowledge as a source of wealth, our time has been named Knowledge Society. To maintain their competitive edges, the organizations needs to set up a strategy. The starting point to formulate their strategy is to identify and assess their available resources and skills. These resources can be tangible, which is product and incomes, intangibles, culture, and human capital, which is knowledge, skills, and capabilities. However, not all knowledge in an organization become a sustainable sources of competitive edges. Only that one that contributes to generate economic value. Here, knowledge is also understood as skill, experience, contextualized information, values, attitudes, know-how, and so forth. This set has been named essential knowledge or core competencies. Knowledge as an individual asset is important to indicate that knowledge is located primarily in people. It is an demanding and dynamic than any past times. Organization needs to extract that knowledge for making it into a common good, as well as being able to control it. In the last decades, a new current has been initiated in both research and operational level in order to achieve this purpose, which is knowledge management, starting from the premise that knowledge resides in individual. Knowledge management also is understood as a transformation process of this individual asset into an organizational one. For that process occurs successfully, compromise among all members of the organization is essential, as well as proper knowledge dissemination and the successful incorporation of needed processes and systems. In order to ensure that such knowledge is institutionalized and stay among its members, knowledge management is essential to the organization adaptability, that is for their survival and competitiveness, especially in an environment where change is rapid, growing, discontinuous. In knowledge management, also, people, organizational designs, processes, technology, communication, and information system are involved synergistically.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Atika Azrin. I will explain regarding multinational corporation. A multinational corporation is an organization that runs business in more than one country. In other words, it is an organization that carries on business is not only in the country where it is registered, but also in several other countries. According to the United Nations, multinational corporation is an enterprise which own control production or service facilities outside the country in which it is based. Thus, a multinational company carries on business in two or more countries. Its headquarters are located in a country which is home countries. Its headquarters are located in one country, but its activities are spread over in other countries which is host countries. A multinational company is generally big in size. Some of multinational companies own and control assets worth billions of dollars. Their annual sales turnover is more than the gross national product of small countries. Based on the organization that we have chosen in this assignment is Nokia Corporation. Nokia Corporation is a leading multinational communication company which the major part of its business is located in Espoo, Finland, but it has own divisions and manufacturers in different countries such as China and Hungary, which Hungary is the country that made batteries of Nokia phones, while China is the country that exports Nokia phones. This shows that Nokia is multinational corporations since it developed business not only in the country where it is registered, but it's also organized business in other several countries. Nokia operates 15 manufacturing facilities and maintain research and development facilities in 12 countries. Next, I will explain regarding background of Nokia Company. Nokia is a Finnish multinational corporation which was founded on 12 May 1865 as a single paper mill operation. This history of Nokia does not begin with the production of phones, instead it began with the production of paper, where the founder of Nokia, Fredrik Edelstam, established a paper mill in southwestern Finland. The name Nokia actually originated after Fredrik Edelstam opened the second mill on the banks of the Nokia Vitra River in 1871. The name of the river inspired Fredrik to name his company as Nokia. Through 19th century, the company expanded branching into several different products until it became a telecommunication company. Nokia is divided into 4 business groups, which is mobile phones, multimedia, enterprise solutions, and networks. The mobile phones group market wireless voice and data products in consumer and corporate markets. The multimedia segment sell mobile gaming device, home satellite system, and cable television set-top boxes. The enterprise solution group develop wireless system for use in the corporate sector. Wireless switching and transmission equipment is sold through the company's network divisions. Next, I will explain Nokia vision and mission. Nokia vision statement is connecting people, which by connecting people, they have fulfilled a fundamental human needs for social connection and context. Nokia builds bridge between people both when they are far apart and face to face, and also bridge the gap between the information need. Nokia aims to ensuring that all people in the whole world are connecting by providing them with communication and internet device which will facilitate connection. While the mission of Nokia Company is to build a great mobile products and to enable billions of people anywhere to get connected. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Shazatu Salina binti Jamil and I will explain about the fundamental process of knowledge management. One of the fundamental process of knowledge management is knowledge acquisition. Acquisition in knowledge management deals with tacit knowledge, although it also can be explicit knowledge through externalization. People can acquire knowledge through various ways. Acquiring knowledge makes people from not knowing something to know something. Knowledge can come from external source to make customers know what they do not know. Next, the fundamental process is knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing means the right knowledge or the right sources should be made available at the right place at the right time. Knowledge sharing can happen through explicit knowledge sharing and tacit knowledge sharing. Explicit knowledge sharing happen through articulation, awareness, access, guidance, and completeness. For tacit knowledge sharing, it requires socialization because everyday people will communicate to each other and they will interact with each other. And the success of organization can be depending on the basic aspect, which is knowledge sharing. If the employees share their knowledge, it will create stronger knowledge base. And finally, the fundamental process of knowledge management also knowledge utilization. Knowledge utilization, when all the knowledge the employees have, they will put it into action. However, knowledge utilization can be divided into two, which is direction and routines. Direction is the process where the knowledgeable person giving direction and the other person without any transfer or exchange of knowledge will do the action. An individual who has the knowledge will direct someone to do to do that action. While routine is based on the procedures, rules, and norms as guidance of future behavior. It means the utilization of knowledge can happen when it being used to apply when it is needed. For example, knowledge utilization occurs when new products created to deal with unfamiliar situation, and knowledge must be used as the basis for development of new knowledge through innovation creation and many more. Next, based on company that we choose, Nokia Company do acquire knowledge by doing research and development, which also known as R&D. R&D is considered as innovation. This is because innovation is widely known as a core renewal process within organization. It can be happen when managers continuously find way to change or offer in improving product or service innovation. In order to stay competitive in the model computing and marketing communications industry, Nokia believes it is effective to conduct research and development. Nokia Research and Development, known as Nokia Research Middle (NRC), with their objective to lead Nokia into the future. NRC empowers Nokia to build up products and services that meet the needs of customers because of variety of cultures, environments, and skills set across diverse geographies. Then, Nokia also provide platform which known as Nokia Beta Labs, which allow anyone, including consumers, can post ideas, test new services, and give their feedback. It makes group at Nokia receive more ideas in order for them to improve their products. Furthermore, Nokia also acquire knowledge when they join into several endeavors, which asset of Nokia joint venture include Sapura Nokia Telecommunications Sdn Berhad, Malaysia, and many more. For knowledge sharing, Nokia enable knowledge management and learning alternative across its whole value chain. It is to ensure that supplier, customers, and employees easy, collaborative, and timely access to essential and valuable information about Nokia products and services. And then, Nokia did apply explicit knowledge sharing in terms of access to the knowledge. For individual level knowledge resources, Nokia has provided the employees with a wealth of information. This is because Nokia did help assist all the employees' work and create application with powerful software programming interface, which also known as API. Employees can learn how to create advanced application for Nokia website because Nokia provides wide paperwork, tutorial, and test code. Furthermore, Nokia also provides all the tools and software development products known as SDP for employees to access existing development infrastructure. For example, software development product (SDK). Nokia also conduct explicit knowledge sharing by giving the employees awareness about available knowledge at Nokia through teaching and writing books. Moreover, Nokia also provides online library to their employees that have been written by Nokia experts. This is to ensure that all the knowledge has been completed before it being shared. The completeness of the explicit knowledge sharing is important to avoid any risk of not being reliable. Other than that, tacit knowledge sharing happens in Nokia because Nokia conducted forum for their employees known as Forum Nokia. Socialization makes people learn, discuss, and talk about their knowledge, which makes the knowledge develop into knowledge management process. And for knowledge utilization, at Nokia, knowledge utilization is when knowledge is available. They make use of it to make decisions through directions and routines. For example, Nokia has responsible for recycling practices. One of the programs under Nokia Tech Back efforts is the Green Box program, which initiated by Nokia and in cooperation with China Mobile and Motorola. The program was included to take back used phones, chargers, and accessories.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Dayang Inara Shukrina and I will be presenting on Nokia's knowledge management process. Now, before we start, I would like everyone to understand the importance of knowledge management process to an organization. Nowadays, organizations are no longer competing solely on the basis of financial strength. Rather, knowledge is the new competitive advantage in the business industry. Nokia's effective management of knowledge is very superior, and we believe that they outdid many other organizations with their excellent practice of care sharing, care acquisitions, and care utilizations. So firstly, I would like to touch on the process of care acquisitions. Nokia's acquisition process is worthy of compliments. So this process is where it is oriented to obtaining knowledge. An organization should make an effort to acquire knowledge, then with that knowledge, they should create a new knowledge. For example, Nokia thinks that effective research is vital for survival in this industry. This is because effective research helps in accumulations of knowledge. With research, it encourages innovations, which is another form of acquisition. And with that, Nokia are able to create a new knowledge with the existing knowledge. Nokia has joined several ventures over the time, specifically in the areas of research and development. This proven to be an effective way to incorporate Nokia Global Technology Command. This is because the creation of organizational knowledge requires collaborations of experiences. For an organization, collaborations can happen in two different levels. Firstly, we have collaborations within the organizations. It is between employees with another employees. The second collaboration happens when an organization collabs with its business partners. For collaborations done within Nokia, it helps the organizations to know the positions of their employees and then match it with their expertise. Furthermore, it helps the employees to know who to look for when they need help in solving challenges, and it creates cross-functional teams for new projects or to share any advice on similar topics. On the other hand, collaboration done by Nokia with their business partners bring together differences of these organizations and create knowledge through the interactions as it promotes learning. To acquire knowledge, Nokia also provides the employees all the tools they need to gain benefits from information, and it will assist them in work. And due to that, employees in Nokia has mastered on how to create advanced applications for Nokia website. The second process that I would like to discuss is care sharing process. Nokia sharing process should be taken as example for other organizations. Nokia, they do not hoard all the information for themselves. As a matter of fact, they actually share the information so that people can easily access to it. For example, Nokia created forum, websites, libraries, lab, and other platforms to facilitate their care sharing. Last but not least, we have the care utilizations. In this process, Nokia is excellent. They are very much concerned on the use of knowledge. This is very important because a comprehensive knowledge management is useless if the employees do not utilize the knowledge that they have. Nokia is able to use the knowledge they acquired for strategic planning, problem solving, and also to improve efficiency of the organization. In simpler words, Nokia is able to use their knowledge to know what will work and what will not. So in conclusions, overall, Nokia has successfully implemented the 3 case processes of knowledge management, and it is excellent.
Hi, my name is Nafara Diana, and today I will explain about the recommendation for organization based on knowledge acquisition, knowledge sharing, and knowledge utilization. In as much as Nokia has a full of knowledge, they also need some recommendation in order to improve their company. The first recommendation is based on knowledge acquisition. Based on the knowledge acquisition, Nokia need to improve their innovation by implementing the process innovation for building core competency and competitiveness. Process innovation is the process of re-engineering and redesigns as efficiency-oriented Process innovation can be intended to decrease the unit cost of production or delivery, to increase the quality of the products, or to produce new improved products. As we know, Nokia already have their own research and development system. But with the process innovation, it can help Nokia be more efficient in producing their products and compete with other companies. In comparison, it can be seen how Samsung implement knowledge acquisition in their company. As a top global company, Samsung is one of the top products that always come with new innovative products. In order to ensure that they always come with new products, Samsung do acquire knowledge acquisition by practice process innovation for building core competency and competitiveness. At the first stage, Samsung has kept introducing and adopting advanced process using SAP R3 software rather than innovating their own established systems and processes. Besides that, Samsung also developed a new concept of development, which is NCD process that all business units could implement and execute when innovating new products and services. Next is based on knowledge sharing. In terms of knowledge sharing, Nokia need to do some changes by started to store their knowledge in a specific system. With this way, Nokia can ensure that the employees have their same knowledge. Nokia also need to make sure that the system is available for the employees to access. Even though Nokia already have SDP for the employees to access the information, but it needs some improvement. In Samsung, knowledge is not stored in the paper forms, but it will automatically store in the electronic knowledge store system. If the knowledge cannot be stored in the system, such as process innovation related know-how, it will register selectively by means of knowledge monitoring system. All the knowledge that has been stored in the system is available for everyone who wants to use it at any time and anywhere through the internet as well the intranet. Samsung also organized many forums such as the Forum of Knowledge Sharing and the Forum of Best Practices by which knowledge has been disseminated and illustrated as the cases of management innovation. In the meantime, management innovation related knowledge is shared with other members of the company who are working in the dispersed places across the country and across the world. This is because they are working in the same functional areas and similar tasks in the company. And lastly, I will explain based on the knowledge utilization. In terms of knowledge utilization, they already have their own practices, such as Nokia has responsible for recycling practices. To that this practice success, they already make a collaboration with 15 recycling companies at the international level. These practices are already good, but it can be improved by implementing new practices. Such as example, Samsung has this one system called accumulative knowledge of process innovation. It is automatically registered in the knowledge store. For example, after practicing the improved bidding process, we can get the list of company names that practicing in the bidding, the documents submitted after the bidding, evaluation papers of bidding process, and many more. In Samsung, this knowledge is called utilized knowledge. This is because it will be reused by other members of the company and by someone who is in charge of this task outside of the company in order to facilitate more effective and efficient task performance. As we can see, Nokia already have a good system but it is not too strong to compete with other companies. Nokia need to ensure that they always improve their practices and system to produce more new products. They need to learn from other company or their competitors. With this way, they can make sure that their company become more successful and relevant in this industry. If they still stick with their traditional method, it will make their company lose the game and cannot compete with other company. This is because day by day technology is rapidly changing and they need to ensure that they are competent to follow and indirectly will make their company more successful than now. So I will pass to the next presenter and that's all from me. Thank you.
So, to end this presentation, we can see that Nokia own all the requirement in knowledge management. Even though their company have faces many downfalls, but until now, they're still not giving up to make a comeback in technology industry and create another evolution. From their knowledge, mobile phone become a need that everyone owns. Share your knowledge. It's a way to change immortality. Thank you.